did have our first official practice last night. That doesn't mean we've had any illegal practices prior to that. Prior to October 15th, we're allowed to be with our players for workouts 2 hours a week. And we've certainly been taking advantage of that, as has Coach Cress. We have 16 players on our roster. 10 of them are new. And we're excited about that. We think several of them will have an opportunity to play key minutes for us this year. We do open up 2 weeks from last night. Let me repeat that. 2 weeks from last night, we play at the University of Missouri. William Jewell has not played the University of Missouri since January of 1930, when in the dedication game for the new Brown Gymnasium, which is now Brown Hall. We're 0-3 against the Tigers all time. We'll see if we can turn that around. But we had a chance to play them in an exhibition game. Kim Anderson is the new coach at the University of Missouri. Very good friend. When we used to host coaching clinics, he came and spoke at the clinic. His children have been in our summer basketball camps. He's been a very good friend. One of our key players from a couple of years ago transferred to Central Missouri State a year ago, where Coach Anderson is, and led them to the NCAA Division II national title last year. And so Coach Anderson called me up and invited us down, invited to give me a little bit of money for our program to come down and play an exhibition game. The exciting part is that it's going to be played at the Hearns, not going to be played at Mizzou Arena. The reason for that is they're putting in a new Panasonic scoreboard and video board, and Mizzou Arena is not available. Coach Anderson, as many of you know, was Big 8 Player of the Year in the 1976, went on to a great pro career, and had success as an assistant at Missouri, worked for the NCAA, but he's been kind enough to give us the opportunity to go down and play at the University of Missouri. Many of you know that after I graduated here, I went to the University of Missouri and got my master's. And how many of you remember the name Norm Stewart? Raise your hand if you know who Norm Stewart is. He's still alive. My year of graduate school at the University of Missouri was Norm Stewart's first year as the head basketball coach at the University of Missouri. So I'm telling my age, but I'm looking forward to that, because I saw a lot of games in the Hearns, saw Kim Anderson play, appreciate the opportunity he's giving us. I want to say a word about our assistant coaches. John Addison in his third year, Matt Sherman in his second year are doing a great job. Got to speak at a coaching clinic last night. A lot of our former players and assistant coaches were there. I am a Kansas City sports fan in all sports. Grew up in the Midwest and was here when the A's moved from Philadelphia. I couldn't be more tickled at what is happening right now with the Royals. I think everybody in this room that's a Kansas City sports fan shares that. It's unbelievable. And probably the person that's the happiest about this is Ned Yost, because Ned was ready to be fired when he put Ventura in the game a few weeks ago. But now he's 8-0 in the playoffs and on top of the world. So I'm pleased with that too. I want to say special thanks to Charlie Miller. Sometimes the folks behind the scene don't get the praise of coaches. Our training staff, along with our equipment staff, along with Rick Cole, a variety of people spend hours that people don't see. He was at our practice last night because of volleyball and women's basketball practice and our players having a 7 o'clock class. Our first practice started at 9 o'clock last night. And he was with us to the end of practice at 11. Did a great job. I want you to stand up and be recognized. Raise your hand here, Charlie. Charlie is our athletic trainer. Does a great job. His staff does an amazing job. And I want to say a special thank you to Lucas Morgan. This is a little bit of an inside story, but we found out yesterday. We have 2 6'9" freshmen, one from Moldova, one from West Africa. The young man from West Africa had been ruled as a partial qualifier by the NCAA. I won't go into all the reasons for it, but Lucas has been working diligently with the NCAA to see if we can get all the information so that perhaps this young man could be deemed eligible to participate this year. And through his hard work and efforts and the efforts of our players' family, he is from West Africa, he has family in Benin and Ghana, and he missed a year of school, just to tell you what the problem was. And we got all the paperwork in, and we found out yesterday that he He is eligible to participate this year fully. We're excited about that. When I announced that at 9 o'clock last night, it looked like what the Royals were doing yesterday when Moustakas threw it to Hosmer for the out. It was a love fest for this young man. And we're excited for him, excited for our year. How about a nice round of applause for Lucas Morgan over here who did a lot of work on that. Okay? Best of luck to everybody. It is a great day to be a Cardinal. It's a really good day to be a Kansas City Royals fan. Thank you very much.
Following Coach Holley to speak always reminds me of when I was growing up and we had family prayer. There was like 7 of us and we'd have to go around, and I always followed my sister, who always thanked God for everything. And so you never had anything else to say. So Coach Holley covers everything usually right before me, and I appreciate that. And usually the rule is, Dr. Bailey, that I speak first. All right. And I don't have my starters figured out. I tell you what, it's a great group. Really excited about our team with their work ethic and how hard they're working every day in practice. Yesterday was our first day, but we've been able to do 2 hours a week. And it's just a really fun group, energetic group, really enjoy each other. We have 9 new players, so a big class of new kids, 7 freshmen, 2 transfers. Been really fitting in well. We've had a lot of fun with this group. We actually did the Tucker leadership, climbed the tower, and I brought my kids and family and did that, and I think I was shaking the worst. I'm not a big height fan, but it was a great team activity for us. We returned 7 lettermen, 3 starters from last year's team. This year we'll open up with Western Illinois, which is 3 weeks from yesterday. Western Illinois is Division I in the Summit League. One of the special things about this team is that J.D. Gravina is the head coach there. He was my assistant coach from 2001 to 2003. Has done a great job turning their program around. It'll be a fun trip for us. Again, he's somebody that I've stayed very close to and is very special to me. And I know he played for Coach Holley a couple of years before he came and decided to help us. So that'll be a lot of fun. That's November 6th that we do that. Our first home game is November 17th versus Avila. Avila's head coach also was my assistant coach here for 7 years. So it's an exhibition game for Avila. It'll be a counting game for us. November 21st and 22nd, we get to go to the Northwest Missouri State Classic and play. And we'll play Northwest Missouri State on Friday night. We'll play Pitt State on Saturday. Just really excited about this group and about practices. I didn't get a chance to tell the fall sports congrats. It's been a lot of fun watching you guys and following your success this year. Wanted to talk one last thing is about Coach Broughton. I know a lot of you guys have know Coach Broughton has kind of followed his story. He was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer here in July. He's been my assistant coach for 4 years. William Jewell alum, so I know a lot of you guys know him, played for Coach Holley, went on, was a successful high school coach at Concordia and Truman High School on the boys. Switched over to the girls' side of Grain Valley so that he could watch his son Jared play and have the opportunity of coaching his daughter Whitney. And retired from teaching and coaching and came on with our program 4 years ago. Really special person. It's a lot of people very special to me and to our program. He's an inspiration for our team and to me. He's been at practices. He's been doing chemotherapy since July. His first set of chemo didn't have the effect that they wanted to, as far as he has cancer in his pancreas and liver, and it's kind of stopped the growth in the pancreas, hasn't in the liver, so they've switched up his chemo. And it hasn't been as hard on him. He's been able to come to practices. He has 7 weeks of this chemo every Monday. I know he appreciates your guys' thoughts and prayers. I know our players really look to him, and someone's very positive and is battling. And I know for me, I really appreciate you guys keeping him in your thoughts and prayers. And I believe very strongly he's going to beat this.